Tristan, I am recording. So, if we were to draw this out with our algebra tiles, our new algebra tiles are orange, so we'd have two x's like this, and then we'd have, what, your yellow ones? 3 positives, and then we'd have 7 positives over here, right? If we were using our algebra tiles. So what would you tell me to do first to solve? Subtract what? 3 from one side, both sides what? Both of them? Okay, so I have 3 here, I'm going to take them away. I have 3 here, I'm going to take those away. I'm left with 2x is equal to 4. What would I do next? I divide them up into how many groups? 2. So I divide them up into 2 groups, divide it up into 2 groups. How many is in each group? 2. So x equals 2. If we were doing that same thing and I was writing it out algebraically, 2x plus 3 equals 7. The first thing we did was we subtracted 3. That made our 0 pairs go away. 7 minus 3 is 4. Then I still had 2x. I divided them into 2 groups, so I divide by 2. X gave me 2.
Why did we divide by 2?
Because we had 2 x's here, so I needed to figure out what 1x equaled. Okay? Questions about that? So, if I had a problem like 5y plus 1 equals 26, what would you tell me to do first?
Subtract 1.
Subtract 1, okay, or make my 0 pairs. That made a 0 pair. I have 5y on this side. What do I have on that side?
25.
What would I do to finish? By?
5.
So I get y equals 5. Questions about this? Okay, what I'd like you to do in your books, I want you to do A and B on page 122. Sure. Action. So what do you want to do first to get n by itself? What, Adriana? Okay, so let's add 3 to both sides to make a 0 pair. When I add 3 to both sides, on this side I'm left with 1/4 times n, and on this side I have what? 28. What operation are these two? Multiplication, so what's the opposite? So I'm going to divide by what?
1/4.
What's the saying when you divide by a fraction?
Keep change split.
Which one do I keep?
28 over 1 times 1/4 over 1.
Flip the 1 over 4 to make it 4 over 1. 28 times 4 is?
That makes a lot.
112.
I said that.
Over 1, so my answer for n is?
112.
Questions?
Can you do another example?
Yep. We're going to do this one in your book, so do it with me.
Okay.
You have, on C, you have negative 1 equals 1/2 a plus 9. We got to get a by itself. What's the first thing that we would do? Subtract 9. Make a 0 pair. I still, on this side, have 1/2 times a. Over here, I have what? Good. These two are, so the opposite is, so I divide by 1/2, divide by 1/2. Which fraction do I, or which one do I keep? Negative 10 over 1. Change division to, and flip 1/2 to make it. Negative times positive is a.
Negative.
2 times 10 is
20.
over.
1.
So a equals. Questions?
No.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Let's have you do D in your books.
You could also use number.
So you're gonna add 5 on both sides, okay?
Oh, you might have to push the pen. There you go. Okay, so our first step is what?
You have to add 5 on both sides.
Okay, so we made 0 pairs.
Yes. Okay. And then you get 13.
What? That equals
12. Alright. So then you get like.
What do you have on the other side?
Divided by 2/5. Okay.
So you have 2/5 R, right?
Yes.
And then your next step is to do what?
You keep change flip.
Well, we have to divide by what?
2/5.
Okay, so divide by 2/5. Divide by 2/5. Now what would you like her to keep?
12 over 1. And then 5 over 2.
Change division 2,
Multiplication.
and then flip it to make it 5 over 2, right?
Okay, and then you do. Oh. So that'll be like 1 by the 2.
So you're reducing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then it'll be 6. I love that. And there'll be 30 over 1.
So R equals 30. Give me a thumbs up if that's what you got. If you did not, fix your work, please. Thank you, Autumn.
I didn't even get that.
Fix your work if you did not get that.
My handwriting.
Okay. Moving on to example 3. We have 6 minus 3x equals 21, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think we're going to do first?
Subtract. Add.
Subtract.
Michaela wants to subtract. Bailey wants to add. Bailey, what do you want to add?
6.
Okay, if I add 6, 6 plus 6 is?
Oh,
Not 0.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Just kidding.
Just kidding, you want to do what? Subtract what?
6.
So we're going to subtract 6. 6 minus 6 will give us a 0 pair, right?
Yep.
I still have a negative 3x, and on this side I'd have what?
So 15.
15, right? When you
Yeah,
subtract?
very straight line.
What do I do next?
Then you have to divide.
By what?
3. Negative 3. And you get negative 5. Negative 5.
Right? Because a positive divided by a negative is a negative, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay, what if you had a problem that looked like what would I do first? Autumn? I'm going to subtract 3, make my 0 pairs. Okay, 0 pair here. I'd get what on this side?
4.
And then I'd still have this x over 2. What does that mean?
Multiply.
It means, this means division. So the opposite is, so we'd multiply by 2. X equals what?
X equals 8. Yep.
And then you'd be done.
4.
So this right here means division. So then the opposite would be multiplication. Okay. What you are going